NIO just sent out this massive announcement to everyone. And let me translate this with you guys. With the support of our users and friends, NIO's recent sales have achieved steady growth, and charging and swapping infrastructure is continuing to be laid out as planned. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to our users and friends for their support. At the request of users, we hereby update the progress of some cases that maliciously infringe on the legitimate rights and interests of NIO and users. On August 1st, 2023, an online account edited and produced a false vehicle explosion video, spread false information, and maliciously discredited NIO and NIO products, causing a large number of dissemination and seriously infringing on NIO's legitimate rights and interests. Yes, that is, of course, the accident that happened back on August 1st, the ES8 accident, which was pure human error. But a lot of people edited the Russian explosion on the highway and put that inside and spread this video out. I had to make three videos in Chinese on Bilibili to explain the whole situation, how it has nothing to do with the quality of the product. And each and every one of those videos, I got attacked maliciously with people saying, don't listen to this bearded dumbass, stuff like that. Originally wanted to only make one, but people were just attacking me so much that I had to hit back. I had to give further explanation. And as you guys may or may not know, after the accident, there was actually a lot of BS that happened. For example, the family of that NIO owner went to the NIO store and put up funeral flowers and also showered funeral money on the sales staff, which, by the way, I was told by the NIO owner with 23 NIOs that there was people behind this. There's people that don't want NIO to succeed, people that want to press and push NIO down, sort of like the hedge funds, but these are probably more like the competitors from NIO that want to like just suppress NIO. And what's also very, very suspicious is if you look at a lot of these videos with those edited explosions, the comments are pretty much copy and paste the same thing. And obviously this created a lot of buzz and negativity, like NIO said. So they further go on and say, at present, the public security organs have locked the actual controller of the relevant account. Jin investigated and verified the relevant illegal activities and formally made a decision to detain him in accordance with relevant laws. Further investigation will be conducted into the source of his false information and other circumstances. At the same time, with the assistance of the company, the public security organs recently successfully detected a case of malicious attacks on NIO's information system. The relevant criminal suspects have been arrested, and the criminal case is under further investigation. In addition, we have noticed that there are still relevant accounts on the internet that continue to publish content that maliciously abuse and smear NIO and NIO users, or uses extremely vulgar and bad languages to attack NIO and NIO users without any basis, suspected of serious infringement the legitimate rights and interests of NIO and NIO users. In this regard, we have fixed relevant evidence and filed lawsuits against online accounts, including Old Man, and legitimate rights and interests of NIO users. Since the beginning of this year, the state has introduced a series of policies and taken special actions to better safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of enterprises on the internet and establish a long-term working mechanism to optimize the business network environment. We will continue to protect the legitimate rights and interests of NIO and its users through legal means, and at the same time, we will continue to sincerely accept opinions, suggestions, criticisms, and corrections from users, the media, and the public. It's very nice that NIO is going behind the source of all this. What's most critical is I think NIO should find out who the person or the organization that is funding that former NIO owner that his mom unfortunately passed away to do all that kind of stuff, because he did in fact get support from some unknown organization to do all that kind of stuff. The quote from the NIO owner of 23 NIOs, there's people behind this pushing him to do all that stuff. Who is that person pushing him to do all that stuff? Dig him out and lock him up. And those accounts with those duplicate comments all saying the same thing, who are they? Dig it out, because I'm pretty sure that's not a person. it's probably an organization that's making all those comments. Dig it up, lock them up. Obviously, this did have a major impact on NIO, especially NIO's public image with that whole Russian explosion thing, making people think that it has something to do with the quality of the car, which I've explained in Chinese videos and also in one of my earlier videos that has nothing to do with the quality of the car. At first, people were seriously doubting the quality of NIO, saying it was tofu cars. In the comments everywhere, it was just going viral, and people were even asking other content creators in China, like bigger ones, what the hell is going on with this stuff. And in my Chinese videos, I had to explain that, you know, the speed is very fast, 175, and for any car at that speed, if you crash into a pole, it's gonna go apart. The car and anybody inside at 175 to a complete stop, you're not gonna survive that. And the first major objection was, how do you know it's 175? No way it's 175. The quality is BS. The quality of NIOs are bad. A lot of those comments saying all that kind of BS stuff. So I had to make a second video explaining how it was indeed 175 with the stats from the NIO app, and then also people analyzing frame by frame, so showing that it was indeed 175. And then the objection came to why the car went to 175. People are attacking me, saying, oh, you know, even computers, sometimes they go blue screen, and people saying that NIOs have the same problem, and I had to hit back at them. Of course, we had an official statement from NIO's technician saying that from the stats itself, it was shown that the accelerator pedal was pressed and there was no braking at all. At least they did not detect braking from the stats, and also the driver's bottom left the seat. And it later turned out that that person was picking something up, which caused her to temporarily leave the seat and then also step on the accelerator, and that caused the crash. Again, nothing to do with the quality of the car, but then there was so much buzz and so much confusion, so much fear around this whole thing with those explosion videos, so much of that BS. Did that have an impact on NIO's sales? We can't say that it didn't have any impact on NIO's sales. August deliveries were lower than July deliveries. A lot of people did know about the accident, but did not know the full story behind why it happened. So I should say, yes, NIO should absolutely go after those guys that edited that explosion video into the actual accident video. I mean, why would you do something like that? It was done to maliciously and purposefully mislead people into thinking that NIO's EVs are dangerous, which they are not. And it's very good to see that NIO is going after this. I hope they get to the head of the serpent, the organization that's behind all this, and squash it. NIO's success is inevitable. I can't believe there's organizations trying to push them down. That is such a petty move. It's good that NIO is making progress. I hope they get to the absolute bottom of this.